Good morning and welcome to Under the Hood with Mike Garrison, author of Can I Borrow Your Car and founder of the Strategic Rural Team. So, recording this on Monday morning, and it was a pretty awesome week actually. My wife and I got to go out and have a date. Um, I don't eat dinner because I sleep better if I don't. So we went out for a really nice lunch together, which is great. And I read a couple of good books. The Goal being one of them, recommended by my friend Tony D. And then I finished writing the first draft of my next book. And I wanted to talk a little bit about it. It's going to be a parable because I am writing a book about what I see coming down the road. And when you're looking in the future, the temptation is always to say, I've got this nailed and this is exactly what's going to happen. And I decided that I wasn't going to do that, which I'm not proud of myself for not being an arrogant butthead, but I'm glad I'm not in that regard. Family and friends, feel free not to comment. Instead, I'm doing a parable because I think that professional services is at a point. I don't know if it's the sharp edge of the spear. I don't know if it's the edge of a cliff. I don't know if it's the start of a climb or the start of descent, but I do know that we are at a point of decisions, right? And so, and this AI influences what I'm about to say with you, but it's not the problem or the solution or the fix. AI is just a symptom. And the symptom is that I believe we are transitioning out of an information age and into what I would call an execution age. The information age, which professional services, man, we had a good run, didn't we? Like, information is very important. And we loved, I mean, I still love, the ego never dies. I still love feeling like I possess unique information. We really don't. Right. And it's much more effective. So this is the start of my point. It's much more effective for us to realize as the not possessors of unique information anymore. It's really important for us to realize before prospects and clients do. I hope you hear what I'm saying. Once you figure that out and you kind of go through the stages of grief, right? Once you figure that out, now you have decisions to make about what you're going to do. So I'm going to lay out a couple of decisions. If you have the ability to sell, or as we say at Exit Planning Institute, take chips off the table. If you have the ability to sell your business right now and be financially independent, meaning you don't have to work for the rest of your life, I think you should strongly consider that regardless of what profession you're in. And I say that not because I know what's going to happen, but because I do know that this transition from information to execution is going to be challenging. And I think a lot of people that have been incredibly successful and have optimized their value propositions and their client acquisition strategies in the information age are going to be the last frogs in the pot. Right when it starts boiling and you're cooked. And ironically, I think your excellence, what you are so good at, I think it actually is what's going to potentially doom you. So if you're in a position where you can take chips off the table and sell at a multiple, which might possibly, depending upon your professions, and I'm talking accounting, legal, financial services, I think consulting multiples are going to go up, but the rest of them I think are potentially at a high point. If you can consolidate your gains and take chips off the table, and then basically either retire and watch the chaos, or if you don't want to stop working in the next 3 to 5 years, but you're interested in making good business decisions, because this is what real businesses do. Like real businesses that are great realize market conditions and make hopefully decisions beforehand. And so if you believe that you're trading at a high point, sell. Isn't this what we do as financial advisors, my friends? Sell high, buy low, sell high, consolidate your gains, sell, chips off the table. Now you can grow again and you can explore an emerging model from a heavily capitalized and financially secure point. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you can take chips off the table, even if you're in your 40s, take those chips off the table, realize your gains, right? Pay your taxes and then build again, right? You did it once, you can do it again. Now, little reality point. If most of your success and the value in your company has been built by market growth, and I'm looking right at financial advisors, like how much real growth have you provided year after year after year versus market growth? I find it fascinating when you strip out market growth from the value of, the revenue and the ongoing stuff with services firms. Sometimes it is a really scary story. Right? You find you're kind of like the United States birth rate. You're actually in decline, but the momentum of your business is so big that you don't realize it. So if you're in one of those positions, you might want to really get those chips off the table. But here's the other thing. I think the emerging business paradigm is going to so massively reward people in professional services that can demonstrably tie what they're paid transparently with no opacity directly to ROI. And I will tell you that I find that the vast majority of firms right now in that space are not capable of doing that right now. And your business may not go out, your model may not stop, but the way its price changes and fundamentally repricing is a sales question. And if you're not a sales organization, if you don't have a real sales process and you don't have articulated sales acumen, you're going to struggle, right? Or you're going to have to pay other people way too much money to try and fix that for you. And you're just going to be even farther away from the problem. When other people own your marketing, you are not the master and commander of your own ship, right? Algorithms own your ship. Agencies own your ship. Governments, technology platforms, they own your ship. Doesn't have to be that way. Referrals done actively with a sales focus can be not only incredibly developmental for you because you're giving, but they are also one of the most powerful and scalable ways to grow a professional services company ever invented. They have for thousands and thousands of years, and they'll continue to be. So be real, be human, be authentic.